Canva's this tool. It started off as, I guess, almost like kind of like Photoshop, photo editing, graphic design, that kind of thing. But they've actually got some video elements in it now as well. And I thought what we'd do today, or you thought what we could do, is you could run through a sort of Canva demo and tell us a wee bit about what Canva can do with video. And we can actually bring up a live feed from your phone as you take us through this.
Yep, so this is Canva. This is our account. That's why it says welcome, Colin. So we paid for this, but you can just download the app for free and start with the free version, or you can just access it on your browser, which actually I use it a lot on the browser. It's quite a nice interface, but it's also really handy that you can do it all from your phone if you want. So I would describe it probably as a drag and drop graphic design tool. So yes, there's Photoshop and there's Illustrator, there's all those Adobe apps, but they can seem quite daunting and quite advanced for a beginner. Whereas you come into Canva and you see straight away, I want to promote my business on Instagram. Oh, look, I've just got lots of templates here for Instagram posts. And, it's International Women's Day or something like that. Well, there's a wee idea just to kind of get me started. And you can get started with these templates, but then you can customize the templates as you go along. So, you might start with this as your basic idea for Happy Mother's Day, but you can change the colours to suit your brand or to suit your message. And there's a whole library of stock photos, stock video, and so on. I'll show you much more, but if we maybe look, I suppose I was talking about brand colours there. If we look down at the bottom, I'll go back to home. So the home page just shows you all these templates, which you could select from. Or you could just go and choose kind of blank templates at the top. Over here on the right-hand side down at the bottom, we've got a menu, which is worth kind of exploring before you start, probably. One of my favourite parts of it, one of my favourite features is this brand kit, which is about three slots down there on the menu. If I just tap on that brand kit. And I would start here, you can basically upload all your logos. So we've got all the Comsteria logos, different colours, transparent ones, JPEG ones, so that if I'm creating a design, whether it's a video or a social media post, they're all accessible to me in Canva and I don't have to go rooting around in my hard drive. And then if I want to change a background so that it suits our colours, I've got all our colours kind of preloaded and our fonts preloaded.
And one of the big advantages of this, I guess, is that it's available anywhere that you can, or I can, or anyone with a password can log into the internet, can access all that material. So at the moment, we're not out and about all that much, but there might be things that, you've got on your hard drive and you're off doing something else. And I think I really need that logo because I want to update the Twitter header or something. And I know it's on your hard drive on your computer, or maybe it's even on the network drive somewhere, but it's probably just going to be quicker because I don't know what you might have called it. I can just log into canva.com with our password and very quickly find it.
Yeah, you would think you could do that, but you often don't. You often still just
moan at you.
Send me that email or shout down the stairs, can you get that for me? But yeah, in an ideal world, that's what it's good for. It's that whole kind of cloud storage, everything synced together, and your whole team, you can pay for a team subscription as well, so you can have multiple logins, and really, it's your one-stop shop for all your branding, all your social media activity. And video as well, which we can
and quite often these social media platforms, they ask for things in different sizes or different shapes, so it's very easy to sort of repurpose logos and design and content, and then you might want to make like a flyer or a poster, and you can do all that in there as well. And if we've had clients that maybe like life coaches, and they think, right, I want a picture of a mountain with success written across it, and then our logo in the top right. So Canva lets you do all that on the go very, very quickly. But what people might not know, or what's the sort of emerging feature of Canva, is what it can start to do with video. And obviously that's what we're here to talk about. And we've got like all these editing apps and all these different things that you'll show us. But I just would like to know a little bit about what Canva can do with video, how you'd recommend us using it, and then I guess maybe where the limitations are as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll show you a few examples. Maybe a good example of what I think Canva's great for is something like Instagram stories. So those videos that they're not necessarily really planned out. They're not videos that you've gone in and edited and you've got a concrete message for, but you've got some video behind the scenes or something fun from the office, and you want to just get it up there quickly. You could, of course, just do it on Instagram, but if I show you here this first example from Canva, so you could just start with a blank canvas if you like, and I'll show you how you do that in a minute perhaps, but this is one of the templates that I've picked from the many choices that you have there. So it's all the right dimensions, as you said, so that makes it nice and easy. And basically I can edit any part of this. So this is a video in the middle of this. If I press play, you'll see this is just stock image that comes from Canva, stock video. Whatever they're, follow us for more information. So that's a nice short.
What on earth is she actually doing?
I have no idea.
She's posing. Is that somebody? She's posing.
She's posing. She's right beside somebody and they're chatting, and because it's been made into quite a narrow portrait video, you don't see it. But what I can then do is you tap on any particular element of that, so the video, and I can just replace it. So I've tapped on the video, I come down to the plus at the bottom of the screen, and then it brings up all the possibilities of what I can replace that with. I want to replace it with a video, and I could go to stock video again, or I could go to my own video uploads and take a video that I've just shot, that behind the scenes image, and just tap on that, and it drops it right in. I hope it drops it into that spot. I think it hasn't there. I have to hover over it, and it should drop it into that spot. And now this is where it's there. There it's worked for me. Okay, so that's a video that I made earlier.
And then you can change. So there's the name of a social media account. You can replace that text where it says "really great site." You can replace that with your own brand name.
It's just it's like editing a PowerPoint now. You just tap on that word, and then change the font, change the sizing, change the color. Everything's down here for you. I can tap on the background and just get rid of the background if I want it white, or add a different background color. And the way it works, if I show you quickly, once you kind of get used to it, I'll show you all that. The reason that's on that kind of phone background is something called a frame, which you can access on Canva, and it basically, anything that I drop into that kind of little cloud landscape will format to the shape of that mobile phone. And if we go here, it's in this Elements. Elements is great fun to have a play around with, and we go to frames, and you can see we've got all these different frames here, and I think there's a mobile phone one somewhere which will pop up there. That's all that was, or there's a computer one. So you could stick your video in the middle of a computer screen or whatever, and you just drop your phone on there.
I noticed there was one in there that you showed us where it looked like a split screen. It looked like there was two elements. So does that mean you could put in two different videos and almost make it look like there's kind of talking to each other or talking at the same time?
Yeah, you could. I've got an example up already. Like here, there's another one that's just, if this was Instagram stories, 3 photographs. And I would just drop my 3 photographs on there, and you can animate it as well so that they'll slide on when they appear on Instagram stories, and I can edit them and make them all black and white, or put the same filter on each one of them. There's loads you can do, but yeah, there's side to side, there's all sorts of different collage effects basically.
Now you're using, I think we pay about £10 a month for the pro version of Canva. So if you're using the free version, and when you think, right, I'm happy with that, I'm ready to output it, does it have like a watermark on it, or some restrictions on the quality or something?
No, the free version, no restrictions on quality, no watermark at all. The only thing is that there's certain features that you can't access. So if I go in to find videos, for example, or stock photos, I get in the paid for version, I've got access to everything.
Right.
In the free version, there's a limit. There's just a few that are available.
Right, so you want the pictures of the microphones or the mountains or whatever. They're good. Some of them are branded up pro, and you have to pay to unlock them.
But the actual quality, and there's also some elements like you can schedule posts and so on, and there's some limits to that if you've just got the free version. But the output that you make on the free version will be exactly the same, and there'll be no watermark. I meet people all the time, and we talk to them about video, we talk to them about photography, we talk to them about, like, you're going to blog and you need pictures for your blog, and one of the big obstacles is time. I'd love to do this, I know it's important, but I never get the time. Canva is one of these tools that can really help this integrate into your working life, and
if you are an established business, I think the thing you need to realize is that this technology now is available to everybody. There are kids in, second and third year at school, and they've got their little jewellery business on the side, and they're creating the content to help sell it using tools like Canva. And the day will come where these people run rings round the established business because you never bothered learning the new technology. This stuff is here, it's accessible, and if you just take a little bit of time to figure it out, it can really give your business an edge.
Absolutely. I mentioned PowerPoint before. I find with Canva, if you know how to use PowerPoint, then you can use Canva. It really, because it is just a drag and drop editor, it makes it so easy for you. And even if you've got no eye for design at all, there's no excuse. You pick a template and then maybe just tweak the colours a bit to suit your brand, drop in a stock photo, decide on your message, put the text on, and you've got a really nice bit of social media content.
Yes, and if you want to see an example of someone that has no design skill at all, that would be me. So yes. Tomorrow afternoon, Saturday, I do the social football show, which you can see on my Twitter and my YouTube channel. And the graphic for that, I made myself in Canva in about 10 minutes, and I'm perfectly happy with it. Oh, you've got it here, have you? Where is it?
It's
there it's there, yes. Yeah, that's the old one. I thought that looked a bit 80s.
It does a little.
So I replaced the starting soon with a football, and took away some of this. So these were all made with Canva, weren't they? Oh, that's mine there. There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, and this is what you'd done. You'd kind of done a bit of a mashup there.
Yeah. That's my mash. There's my mashup
for the first week of the social media show. And if I can just show you if you've got a slight eye for design, how you can improve on that. If I come back to the folders. Yeah. What is it called? Social media branding there.
Right, yeah, that's it.
I've got too many now. There we go, smartphone video show.
Yeah.
So I kind of went in and did a few options. I think I've done some even nicer ones since this one.
Well, and interestingly, Emma, like what you're showing us there. So these are just graphics, but we could turn that into a little animation, make that a little video.
Yeah. So you can.
A wee bit of movement in it.
A bit of movement. You can now. This is where I use it a lot on the browser, and I kind of forget how to do some of these things on the phone. But yeah, there should be an animate option. Mm-hmm. I think it's usually when you're maybe out of this. I'll find it in a minute.
Find it for next week.
Yeah, I'll find it for next week. But yeah, it basically like all the elements would slide on or fade on or spin on, and of course the photograph could be a video. So instead of the girl just putting her thumbs up.
That could be a previous show, like me moving, talking a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah. And
it's exciting.
Particularly then if you go into, rather than that template was just a thumbnail template, I think. But if you went in and chose a video template for YouTube, for example, you get those kind of options. You know that the kind of end screens for if you click onto that.
Yes, these end screens on YouTube.
So there you've got the template for that. You could make it all your colours and then drop on your video clips into those boxes. So very nice. Loads of options.
That's great. So canva.com, it's an app for your phone. A lot of it is free. If you want the premium features or the pro features, you can upgrade. It's about £10 a month. For our business, and kind of starting to upscale the look and feel for it, and certainly work for clients. It's real great value for money, Emma, isn't it? And you've got to grips with it, and you're glad you found it.
I absolutely love it.